All right. Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today, the live is going to be about my number one gift. I guarantee you that this law has made me more friends, more family, given me so much joy, and made me very, 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 very wealthy. And that law is the law of reciprocity. So the law of reciprocity is another, really neat way to be able to say just giving. It has a lot to do with the law of reciprocity for me, has a lot to do with the sower's parable. So when you sow, you reap. And one of the things that I want to share with everybody is that, when you're out there trying to build a relationship with somebody. There, in my opinion, there is no way faster than the law of reciprocity or the giving. And it could be a lot of way. A lot of people sometimes always believe that, the law of reciprocity or giving has to do with money. Isn't it crazy? The first thing we always think is, I don't have any money to give, right? But really, honestly, it's more than that. So when I first got involved in this industry, and I noticed this even when I was a mechanic, is I always was in the mindset that if I gave someone a sincere compliment, and when you're on social media, sometimes you can look at someone's profile and do that. But one of the things, I get so many responses back from my birthday wishes because, by the way, happy birthday, Arthur. Everyone say happy birthday. Um, but one of the things is that, my whole thing with reciprocity is always going the extra mile. I always talk about the book, the greatest secret in the world, the science of getting rich, is I always talk about these things that take you to a very unique level. So when I read that book, The Greatest Miracle in the World, and it said proclaim your uniqueness, that's immediately where I started saying, then I'm going to find out how to be uniquely different from everyone else. So I'm sure that Arthur got a lot of people today that said happy birthday. But, Arthur, I don't mind since you're on here, unmute yourself. With all the people that you have out there that are friends and people on social media and all these people that are out there, did I uniquely give to you more than the average person?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
And in what ways?
Um, well, you sent me a voice message, which most of the people that have sent me a message today are just the automated Facebook ones.
Right.
Um, there's a few people like Craig and some other people that sent like unique happy birthday messages. But you
Did any
also
of
sent,
them did any of them sing you happy birthday?
no, just you. Actually, one did send me it was a generic video. You can tell. Like she sends it out to everybody. It's just like her singing happy birthday and promoting her mortgage business or whatever.
Yeah. How many people have been given gifts where there was something tied to it? You know what I mean? I always love, Arthur's in real estate, but I always get a birthday gift from my real estate agent, and it's always a calendar with their name on it.
Yeah,
And then also because you're a part of Telegram, I sent you a year membership for Telegram.
I know. I was surprised. Thank you for that.
And so now every day that Arthur uses Telegram, which I think is about every day,
Oh, yeah, more than I use it all day long, pretty much.
people will see his little icon up there and he'll go, So, Arthur, thank you very much. I want to just, wish you a happy birthday. But you're one of those people too that are very unique and you give and you go the extra mile. So, that's why I felt like I could do that with you as well.
Well, thank you.
You
I will
bet.
put some fun emojis up there.
So to carry on with this, that's the thing is if you can put your mind in the whole concept of planting first, planting first. Now, what a lot of people don't want to do is they just don't want to go the extra mile. They don't want to. And in the parable of the farmer, it's like a lot of seeds will fall on rocks. It'll fall on, a ground that has seeds and thorns in it that choke it out. It'll fall on top of the ground, and so no one wants to rake the dirt and actually put the seed down and put a small little, layer of dirt over top of it. So then the birds get it. You know what I mean? One of my favorite all-time ones is Jim Rohn, and that last name is spelled Rohn. Is when people get into any kind of thing of building a community like we're building with Unlimited Wisdom, is like right away people are saying, well, I'm reaching out to people, but they just don't seem to be interested. You know what I mean? And I can guarantee you, if you re-listen to the message, you were asking them to do something before you did the law of reciprocity. Does that make sense to you? So even me, I'll reach out to somebody just averagely and just say, hello, hello. I hope you're doing great. Hope this message finds you and yours blessed during these uncertain times. And I hope you have a wonderful day. That is my first message, first voice message. And people like, well, when can I close them for money? When can I get them to do what I want them to do? I would say a majority of the people that I send birthday messages to, they don't respond to me right away. And I would say 50% of them respond to me later, like 3 or 4 days later. And they'll just say, thank you very much for the message. Thank you very much for, so a lot of people are impatient when they plant seeds, So once you got the land prepared, then you plant the seeds. You can't go out there every day and uncover the seeds to see if they're growing yet. Right? The whole goal is just to consistently get into a pattern or a consistency of planting seeds every day. Just always, 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 always planting seeds. And just believing that the harvest is usually going to come from somebody else. Did you guys hear that? It's like, me personally, I believe in the law of reciprocity so much that it doesn't make a difference who I give to. I'll just continue giving. And usually the people that you wish that would take advantage of the free are the people that don't. So if you notice with Unlimited Wisdom, we have 7 days, 7 days. And when we started the group a little over a month ago, I can't believe it's just 1 month already. But when you really look at the whole community, there's a lot of people that still hasn't gone through all this stuff, right? And with us actually doing live videos every day, I believe as the community grows, more people will plug into the lives happening on a day-to-day basis than they ever will go back to the recorded ones. How do I know this? I've built a lot of social medias over the years, including YouTube. And people love going to a live. They don't really like watching replays. So when I made a decision, and believe it or not, I give Mary a little kudos to this, because she just reached out to me and nicely said, man, I loved it when you were live every day, because I couldn't wait for it. It allowed me to jump in and get pumped up and get connected and so on and so forth. So one of the things that I would like each and every one of you to do is I'm going to create a page within Unlimited Wisdom called Gifts. But for some of you that have known me for a long, long time, I have a page. And I just noticed that I didn't switch it over, but I'll go back to it now. So every one of you are allowed to use this, but you can go to roberthollis.com/gifts. And I have a list of things here that I just send people. And sometimes I might send them one link, but normally I send them this whole link. Now, I know what a lot of you are saying right now. You're going like, Robert, I'm not promoting your stuff. I'm doing my own stuff. Well, great. Steal all these links and put them in your, like a free Google Doc. Put them into a free Google Doc and just say, oh, by the way, this is what I say. Oh, by the way, a lot of people have fed into me and given me great information of wisdom and stuff that has changed my whole entire life in every area. And if you don't mind, I'd like to send you that link so you can actually go through them anytime you want. And when I do that to people, I'm telling you guys, man, it just works. So when people look at unlimited wisdom and they click on classroom, how many people are starting to realize that, man, this is filling up fast? And so there's no way that someone can get a 7-day free trial and make it through this stuff. On top of us consistently going through live events every day. And people, it was so funny, now that I'm learning a lot from Alex Hermosi, right? It's like I seen a guy just do a podcast with him, and he said straight out, he goes, why don't you think that people are not successful? And he goes, without a shadow of a doubt, they're just not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's it. He goes, most people have figured out how to do as little as possible each and every day to make it through survival. And so they're just not willing to do a lot. So when someone looks at, unlimited wisdom, and if I go to settings here, I'm trying to think where that is. I think it's Matrix. Yeah. So when you look at Matrix here and you see just how many activities that happens in this organization, it's taken us to number 17. But when you look like, 1,400 or 15, almost 1,500 activities, and 2,700 and 2,600 and 2,900, it's like the reason that we're going up the ranks in discovery is very simple. It's because we have a lot of people that are giving a lot of information. And for those of you that don't know some of the members that we have in here, it is just amazing to me how much wisdom and each and every one of you that are posting incredible quotes and incredible resources. And it's like, it took 30 days for all of us to put this together. But now it's like, I would say it's a big, big call, but I would say that it's virtually impossible for someone to go through all the stuff that's in unlimited wisdom right now. And it's because it's compounding. It's doing this, geometric progression thing. It's like, how many of you want to admit that sometimes when you log in, you're going like, well, listen, my goal today is to basically, make a message or do some kind of activity or a replay, a response on everyone's post. And you just go, oh my God. Do you know I haven't missed a day? I answer, make a comment, make a GIF on everyone's post every single day. But then people ask me, how'd you get the star? How'd you get the flame? Being consistent, right? So the law of reciprocity, I want you always to ask yourself this little thought. It's like, what am I giving to this relationship that I'm trying to get? What am I trying to do? And that's why I love communities with school, because it's really, really interesting that as soon as someone joined your community for free and seen all the resources that you had available, it immediately sets the tone of whether this person is serious about what they're doing or not. Would you guys agree? And so that's the one thing I wanted to talk about today. I just really wanted to share with each and every one of you is that a majority of you guys, probably pretty close to 99.9% of you people, actually are involved in limited wisdom because of me gifting it to you. Did that click for some of you? So then the next thing is if someone wanted to do a free 7-day trial, that's what I would say to people. Believe it or not, what makes us uniquely different is, again, I always want to see where everyone else is doing and then take it to the next step. Is like, listen, whatever you guys want to say about me, right? And you're going, listen, this guy goes on live every single day. So jump on this link, do a 7 day free trial, and then do your best during the whole entire week that is free to try to jump on the lives that they have. Here's another thing. Most of them, they start anywhere from 10 to 5 minutes early, and they actually have them open. So when the lives are happening, you can actually jump on there and actually suggest a topic for the day. How many people believe that if someone suggested a topic for me today, do you guys think that I could do it and then do the law of reciprocity another time? You guys, for those of you that hang around me, it's like, absolutely. Well, here's another thing. They also can get breakthroughs on Thursday, and they also can ask us anything in an open forum on Saturday. And then if they want to, they can jump on recess that we have on Monday and just hang out with us and talk about anything. Man, last recess, we just, everyone that I know is just coming accustomed to this. But man, recess is a blast. If you tried to say what was the subject of recess, it would be like asking what was the main subject that we talked about if we all just hung out, right? If we went to a convention and we all hung out together, what was the topic? Everything. You know what I mean? Everything. And then to add it up, which was one of my favorites, is of course on Sunday. Sunday we have the Master's Mind, and for those that want to take their spirituality just a little higher. You know what I mean? And it's not really organized religion at all. It's all of us in there just talking about how we can do what Wallace Wattles says in The Science of Getting Rich, is just be the best person we can be in every area. So I know that's really, really cool. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. Law of reciprocity, the whole concept of giving before you get. And just understand, if you can change that paradigm in your mind to consistently give, you will. It's a law. You will, without a shadow of a doubt, get a return. What a lot of people don't do is unrealistic expectations. So what they do is they actually believe if I sow a little bit, I should get something in return. And so a really quick story, when I first got involved in being an entrepreneur, a person told me about a book called, Think Big, The Art of Thinking Big. And it asks you a simple question. What is the biggest audacious goal or thought that you can have? And I thought about that for a little bit, and then I just said, well, I'm going to try to outgive God. I'm going to try to outgive the universe. And as soon as I say that to people, people go, well, that's an impossible goal. And I go, yeah, but it doesn't stop me from trying every day. So I just didn't think of any earthly person that I could, use as a role model for outgiving. A lot of takers in the world. So I'm gonna, Craig. Well, I'll put it on gallery here. Let's unmute and say goodbye to everybody. Hi, Scott. Nice to see you on here. Scott, a new member. Everyone say hi to Scott. But I see my son's on here, Shelly, Star, Lisa Marie. She's out, her and Freddie, doing videos for her community. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Karen. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Arthur, Mary, Bill, Craig. Love and appreciate each and every one of you.